As I usually always say, people are gluttons for punishment, and Elijah Schaffer is no different. I didn't expect to talk about this guy again so soon, but when I found this out, and shout out to Kid Gravity, I was definitely not about to pass this up, and I knew that if anybody else found out about it, they were going to let me know as well, like Torian, Triple P, where is it? Here it is. So, as you can see by this little post right here, and it's actually not as small as you think because it's way longer than this, but we're going to scroll down and we're going to go through each part that he wrote, because the guy wrote like a 6-paragraph diatribe about what just happened to him. His X account got demonetized, and all I have to say is I feel nothing. Of course, that's not going to be the only thing I said. That otherwise this will be a very short video, and it wouldn't be really worthy of making. So Elijah Schaffer has now been demonetized on the X platform, and man, he is now trying to cop pleas on here. He had people on here trying to figure out what's going on. They out there reaching out to Elon Musk trying to figure out what is going on. They feel like, you know, their free speech is violated. I'm like, y'all the ones that violate your free speech every time you get on here and start talking and thinking that you're using free speech when you're not. You're doing anti-something all of the time. This is the same guy again that called Halle Bailey or compared her to E.T. and called her ugly. This is also the same guy that got on here and was making constant fun and very anti-black remarks about the black mayor in Baltimore after a very tragic incident involving a bridge collapse where people lost their lives. And speaking of that, I didn't get an opportunity to say this. Notice all the people that I talked about in that live stream about that bridge collapse, not one of them offered condolences to the family and loved ones of the ones that died or said RIP to the ones that did die. Not one time. They immediately went to DEI and attacking the black mayor, talking about his jacket and all this other stuff. They not once offered condolences to anybody who was affected by it. Not one person. But back to Elijah Schaffer. We're going to go through and read what this dude said. He says demonetization, and he wrote it in all caps, and it's the most bolded part of the entire thing. Hello at Elon Musk. I think there might be a mistake, as I was permanently demonetized for sharing a breaking news story. I am credentialed. I am a credentialed reporter that was penalized for doing my job, and I would like to reverse this if possible. Well, first off, I did not know he was a credentialed reporter. Now, I want y'all to put a pin in that part about him saying he was a credentialed reporter, because that's going to bring up something to the reason why I believe he got demonetized. My account, along with Raw's alerts and many other news accounts, received a notification our monetization was paused in February. Ironically, in Black History Month, I'm telling you, the jokes practically write themselves. We all sent appeals. Mine was the only account that got this message. Monetization would not be reinstated. We shared a breaking news story that was being released in real time. At time of the posting, none of us knew the story on Justin Moan was against terms of service. Now, let me pause right there for two things. One, Justin Moan, if y'all aren't aware or forgot, he was the individual that posted that very eerie video on YouTube a couple months ago, and then, long story short, he ended up beheading his dad. And then the video stayed up on YouTube for hours before they got wind of it and ended up not only deleting the video, but they deleted the channel as well. Two, this guy called himself a credentialed reporter. How is it that you, as a quote-unquote credentialed reporter, as you claim, Elijah, gonna put something up there like this and not even have all the facts behind it? Like, huh? You're a quote-unquote credentialed reporter, as you claim, which means you definitely shouldn't have known what you were doing when putting something out there like that. First off, you shouldn't have even put it up. If you wanted to talk about it, you could have just put it in a text and say, or just describe what was happening, or try to be as, I guess you can say, subtle with the description, or gave a disclaimer and said that this is very graphic, which it sounds to me like he did not do. But he's credentialed. Let's continue. Once the media was disabled by X due to its sensitivity, we all quickly deleted our post. Now it makes you wonder, how long did he leave his up? Probably about the same amount of time as X did, because if you tried to type Justin Moan's name into the search bar, you can't even find anything on it. Everything was just deleted and gone. Anything with his name on it. He says, I followed suit and deleted all the posts that discussed the story. I apologize as we don't always get it right as people who post breaking news, and I explained that in my appeal, since I see much more extreme stories and videos of breaking news being shared by monetized and verified accounts on here daily. I'm surprised he didn't just start dropping names. I'm surprised he didn't say, like, this account, this account, this account, and this account. Because that sounds like what he wanted to do, but he didn't do it. But let's continue. I am a journalist that works for several credible organizations. I break news on this app all the time and have interacted with Elon here several times in the last 18 months. I was demonetized for sharing breaking news. I didn't have any strikes before or after. I do not violate terms of service, and while I understand the precaution was taken with us news accounts as the story appears to be sensitive. Now what's going to happen is he's going to say that he's being shadow banned. He got demonetized. And like I said, he's about to start trying to cop all these pleas. That's what he's doing right here. But he's going to sit up there and pretend like he didn't, what he did, pretend like what he did do was not wrong or out of the realm of a quote unquote credentialed, like he claims, reporter. But again, I do not feel bad for him because it's the same guy that posts a whole bunch of anti-black stuff up all the time. But guess what? What he got demonetized for wasn't even the anti-black stuff. It was about something another PC person did. Go figure. So he can't even say, oh, it was a quote unquote anti-white thing, like he probably wishes he could, but he can't even do that. He would look even more foolish. Every other account had their monetization reinstated, but mine was not. When I asked why, I got no response and was given an automated message without explanation. I figured this must be a mistake since I was really enjoying X in this feature of enabling me to work freely on content as an independent video creator on top of my journalism. In other words, he thought free speech was working in his favor. See what I tell you? PC bastardized the hell out of free speech. They took it and twisted it more than they took and twisted the word woke to try to work in their favor, and both of them are kicking their ass, and they're about to do the same thing with DEI. That's going to kick their ass too, and I can't wait for their asses to be kicked. It actually, to be honest, is doing it right now. Can someone at X please review and help me get an answer here? I appreciate all you guys do and have done for this platform and hope to resolve this. It is extremely disappointing as a freedom-loving journalist heading into the election. That's probably what else pisses him off. Now he can't make no money before that election. To feel like I was penalized for doing my job and not given a chance at as funding my work through this awesome platform. And notice he keeps calling this platform awesome this and awesome that. That's him trying to butter up Elon Musk to try to get him to monetize his stuff back. That's not going to work because I'm sure people have sent in other type of pleas and coping mechanisms on here to try to get this stuff back, and they didn't get it back either. Now I want y'all to pay attention to a lot of the people that have gotten quote unquote demonetized on Twitter in the last few months. Look at the type of content that they post. Look at the stuff they say about us. It's all a pattern there. While they may not get demonetized for the anti-black stuff that they say, but look at the other stuff they say on top of that. That's what they get them for. But really, whatever they get them for, that's on them. But as far as I know, I'm glad to know that people like Elijah Schaffer, should he still continue a lot of anti-black things, which I'm sure he's going to continue to do, he won't be able to get paid off of it. He says, hoping anyone with connections can help me rectify this, and he starts adding a bunch of people. Now, here is a post from the from X on February 5th, 2024 at 8:35 p.m. And it states, hi, we understand your concern that your earnings on X through ad revenue sharing have been paused. We'll review your account, and if appropriate, we will re-enable your account for monetization. As a reminder, please revisit the X creator revenue sharing terms, more details on our policies. Now, this was posted or sent to him on February 5th, 2024. And that's well over a month since he posted the actual response on X, which was on March 29th. 2024. They basically had him on pause for over a month, only to come back and say, we looked at your stuff and well, you ain't getting paid by us no more. Goodbye. I feel absolutely nothing for Elijah Schaffer. Again, look at all the stuff that he said in the past, all the anti-black stuff he said. Like I said, he was the one that said Halle Bailey was ugly and looked and compared her to E.T. He was the one that put out them posts about Brandon Scott, who was the mayor of Baltimore, and a bunch of other anti-black things. And this guy has assorted past his damn self. I'm like, you should have quit while you was ahead. Or where you thought you were ahead, I should be honest. You were actually behind the 8 ball. And look at who's the one that demonetized you. Again, the people who have so much anti-black sentiment about them are going to always get checked by those who look like them if they are PC, or if they are those black grifters, those black conservatives. They are going to get checked by the ones whose asses they kick the most, and it's definitely not another black person. So as far as I'm concerned, Elijah, this is your wake-up call, and I highly doubt they're going to reinstate your monetization ever, if anytime soon. So that is your cross to bear. Deal with it, move on, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and all that other stuff that you try to put onto black people.
Lord, I'm having a heart attack. Damn, this is some scary shit.